Carlisle Coatings and Waterproofing, R2 Plus Base Insulating Nail Base for commercial wall construction. When a tornado touched down in the woodlands just north of Houston, Texas, 60-foot pine trees fell like matchsticks. Fortunately, no one was killed, but the storm did tremendous damage to many homes in the area. When it came time to replace this wall, homeowner Vic Cherubini wanted something better than a traditional residential wall. He looked for innovations in building technology and found a new method called the perfect wall. Pioneered by Matt Reisinger, a contractor in Austin, Texas, the perfect wall puts the insulation on the outside of the house and seals the structure in a watertight enclosure. The heart of the system is a wall panel made by Carlisle known as R2 Plus Base. It is comprised of a 4-foot by 8-foot sheet of fire-treated plywood, 5/8 inch or 3/4 inch thick. Factory laminated to polyiso foam insulation, 1 inch to 3.5 inches thick. This composition provides R6.6 to R22.3 of continuous insulation. After the panels are installed, the house is wrapped with Carlisle 705 VP, a fully adhered sheet air and water barrier. 705 VP is permeable to water vapor, a beneficial feature that allows drying of underlying construction. To assure strong permanent bond of 705 VP, all substrates are prepared with Cav Grip Primer, a quick-drying aerosol spray contact adhesive. Cav Grip is packaged in pressurized cylinders and dispensed using a hose and spray gun. Carlisle also provides flexible flashing products for constructing various details and tie-ins. Used on this project, 705 FRA, a self-adhered flashing composed of a tough aluminum HDPE composite facer, fully coated with a rubberized asphalt adhesive. The facer on 705 FRA gives this product enhanced burn resistance and UV exposure resistance. Also used, Carlisle's pre-cleaned Epdm Flashing. This product is a 45 mil thickness sheet of Carlisle's Epdm rubber. On this project, pre-cleaned Epdm Flashing is used to seal the roof wall connection of the air barrier system. Carlisle's water cutoff mastic is used to seal flashing splices and terminations. Case-hardened and tempered screws from TrueFast are used to fasten the R2 Plus base panels to the studs. Once the old wall was removed, the new wall was framed out with 2x6 studs on first floor and 2x4s on the second. Prior to installing the first course of the R2 Plus base panels, a bead Carlisle water cutoff mastic was applied. On this project, R2 Plus base with 3 inches of polyiso foam and 3/4 inch of plywood was used. This gives a continuous insulation R value of 19.1. R2 Plus base is installed with the plywood facing outward to provide a continuous secure substrate for cladding attachment. The panels were installed horizontally, and a paint stick was used to leave a 1/8 inch gap to allow expansion between the panels. Each panel was overlapped to stagger the seams. TrueFast SIP TP5500 5.5 inch screws were used to fasten the panels. As the R2 Plus base is 3 3/4 inch thick, and the screws must penetrate the studs a minimum of 1.5 inches. The screws were driven into the studs in a 16-inch on-center pattern. The 16-inch spacing was determined by consulting Carlisle's R2 Plus base details. With the robust TrueFast fasteners, 16-inch spacing is sufficient to support the combined weight of R2 Plus base and the fiber cement siding, and to provide the necessary wind load resistance. Once all the R2 Plus base panels are in place, we begin the installation of the 705 FRA self-adhered flashing. This product is used to detail openings and terminations. At the base of the panels is a 5x5 strip of metal flashing held in place with roofing nails and made watertight with Carlisle water cutoff mastic. Carlisle 705 FRA is installed at the base of the wall, lapping onto the metal flashing. Carlisle's Cav Grip, a contact adhesive primer dispensed with a cylinder and gun, is first applied to the R2 Plus base panel. It takes only 5 minutes to cure. All surfaces accepting 705 VP or 705 FRA are prepared with Cav Grip to assure good adhesion. To ensure that the corners of all windows and doors are watertight, The 705 FRA is cut into a bow tie pattern for each corner. 6-inch strips of the 705 FRA are placed around the opening. Dow 758 silicone was then used to seal the windows at the seams. Neighboring pieces of 705 FRA are lapped 2 inches or more. The product is returned all the way into the window opening and wrapped onto the wall at least 3 inches. The windows will be sealed to 705 FRA in the opening for a continuous air and watertight system. With the doors and windows done, the calf grip was applied to all surfaces using this spray pattern. To cover the remaining areas of the R2 Plus base, Carlisle's 705 VP was applied vertically from the top of the wall. A carpet seam roller was used to remove any air pockets under the membrane. The overlap for the remaining rows is 3 inches. The alignment marks were used to ensure the proper overlap was achieved. This application pattern was followed for the remaining part of the wall. At the top plate, the contract laid 2 beads of water cut-off mastic and covered the mastic with Carlisle's pre-cleaned Epdm 45 mil thick sheet rubber flashing. The Epdm flashing is installed in this manner at the head of the wall about the perimeter. This flashing is sealed to the 705 VP on the exterior side of the wall. Later, the other side of the Epdm will be secured to the ceiling joists, where it will be tied into the spray foam, used as attic insulation and air barrier. The same installation procedure was followed on the other walls of the home. The R2 Plus base was then covered with fiber cement board. The fiber cement was fastened into the 3/4 inch plywood of R2 Plus base. This provided a firm, easy attachment surface. There you have the perfect wall. Airtight, watertight, and well insulated. For additional information, please contact